You are not tired. You are domesticated. You call it peace, balance, protecting your energy. Strip away the excuses, and the truth is uglier. You are addicted to comfort. Every soft choice has trained you to avoid pressure, and now you flinch when life demands weight. Comfort never arrives dressed like a threat. It comes as convenience, entertainment, delay, another night off, another excuse to start tomorrow. It lowers your standards by inches, not miles. That is why weak men never notice the theft until their discipline is gone and their edge is dead. Society loves a comfortable man because a comfortable man is easy to sell, easy to distract, easy to command. He buys relief instead of building force. He confuses convenience with freedom. He mistakes the absence of struggle for progress, while his will rots quietly behind a screen, a couch, and 100 small indulgences. The lie is simple. Make life easier, and you will become stronger. That is the doctrine of the softened mind. But nothing in nature grows sharper through ease. Steel meets fire. Bone thickens under load. Character is forged by friction, not by padded routines designed to protect you from reality. Weak men worship comfort because it lets them avoid seeing themselves clearly. As long as life is pleasant, they can pretend they are capable. They can talk about discipline without practicing it. They can call themselves dangerous while living like house pets, fed on stimulation, trained by appetite, afraid of difficulty. This lie is taught early. Seek comfort, reduce stress, follow what feels right, stay where you are accepted, never push too hard, never deny yourself too much. The result is a generation of men who can explain everything and endure nothing. Language and excuses, but no command over themselves. Marcus Aurelius did not write about comfort. He wrote about ruling the self before trying to rule anything else. Epictetus did not teach indulgence. He taught that if you cannot govern your impulses, you are a slave wearing the costume of a free man. Seneca understood luxury as a test, not a reward. Look at the cost. Comfort has already taken your mornings. It has eaten your physical standard, your attention span, your word, your hunger. It has made you negotiate with basic obligations. You no longer attack the day. You bargain with it, then wonder why respect never seems to stay in your hands. Comfort stole your time first, because time is easiest to kill quietly. A few wasted mornings, a few passive evenings, a few years spent preparing to become serious. Then one day you realize your life has been spent in rehearsal. You trained for a battle you never entered because ease kept postponing the war. It stole your power next. Not political power, not status on paper. The ability to command your own mind under pressure. The ability to keep a promise when motivation is dead. The ability to stay still when chaos hits and move when hesitation would be easier. Comfort makes that impossible. It stole respect too, whether anyone says it out loud or not. Men recognize softness. The world recognizes softness. People may smile at you, include you, tolerate you, even praise you. None of that is respect. Respect is given to the man who can bear weight without complaint and execute without supervision. Then it takes your identity. You begin life as someone who might build himself into something hard, precise, and formidable. But comfort edits you down. It makes you smaller, safer, blander. It turns instinct into passivity. It turns ambition into fantasy. It turns force into performance with no substance behind it. The strongest men understood something most never will. Comfort is useful only as a tool, never as a home. A bed is for sleep, not a worldview. Rest is for recovery, not identity. The lone man who becomes dangerous does not ask whether something is pleasant. He asks whether it makes him harder to break. He knows the world is indifferent. That is not tragedy. That is freedom. Once you accept that reality owes you nothing, you stop negotiating with pain. You stop expecting conditions to improve before you become disciplined. You stop waiting for inspiration and start operating by code, because the mission does not care how you feel. This is where the Stoics were warriors. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself that comfort was irrelevant beside duty. Epictetus drew a line between what is yours to command and what is not. Seneca practiced deprivation, so luxury would never own him. They were not philosophers for salons. They were architects of internal rule. The Sigma diagnosis is brutal. You do not have an ambition problem. You have a tolerance problem. You cannot hold tension long enough to become what you claim to want. The moment effort becomes unpleasant, you retreat into distraction. Then you rename retreat as self-care so you can keep your dignity while losing your future. A self-reliant man lives differently. He trains himself to move toward resistance, not away from it. He chooses the harder road often enough that hardship stops feeling exceptional. He becomes difficult to manipulate because appetite no longer leads him by the throat. He is not fearless. He is governed. That is the code. First principle: do not trust what is easy. Easy food, easy pleasure, easy approval, easy money, easy narratives, easy excuses. Ease is not automatically evil, but it is always suspect. The question is simple: does this make you more capable? Or merely more comfortable? Second principle: build voluntary hardship into your life before involuntary hardship humiliates you. Train when you do not want to. Wake before convenience permits it. Hold silence when you want to explain yourself. Carry weight. Walk alone. Remove excess. If you need comfort constantly, you are already too weak. Third principle: starve impulse and feed command. Do not let appetite make decisions your future must pay for. Hunger, lust, boredom, fatigue, ego, vanity, distraction, none of these deserve a vote. Epictetus warned that he who is mastered by pleasure cannot be free. That is not poetry. That is law. Stop decorating your weakness with language. You are not decompressing every night. You are escaping. You are not protecting your peace every time you avoid pressure. You are evading growth. You are not waiting for alignment. You are delaying execution because action would expose the gap between your talk and your standard. Make your life harder on purpose in precise ways. Cold mornings, hard training, fewer luxuries, less noise, more solitude, more work done without witnesses. Seneca practiced poverty to make sure wealth never controlled him. You should practice discomfort so adversity does not introduce itself as your master. Sixth principle: measure yourself by obedience to your own code. Not mood, not applause, not convenience. If you said you would do it, do it. If the plan is clear, execute it. A man who cannot trust his own word is not unlucky. He is structurally broken, no matter how polished he looks from a distance. Seventh principle:
protect your attention like territory. Comfort addicts scatter their focus across stimulation because silence forces confrontation. Sit in the quiet. Walk without headphones. Work without constant reward. Let your mind stop twitching for novelty. A controlled mind can build. A restless mind only consumes and reacts. Eighth principle: become indifferent to being understood. Most men stay weak because discipline isolates them from the herd. Good. The herd is comfortable.
Entertained and replaceable. The lone wolf image means nothing if you still crave approval from people whose standards are built around avoiding effort. Solitude is a filter. Use it. Ninth principle: respect pain that has a purpose and reject pleasure that has a price. Training pain, disciplined restraint, long hours, silence, repetition, sacrifice. These return power. Cheap pleasure, mindless consumption, instant gratification, constant escape. These collect interest. The bill always arrives, and weak men are always shocked when it does. 10th principle: remember death correctly. Marcus Aurelius used mortality as a blade, not a lullaby. You are not here forever. That should not make you sentimental. It should make you exact. Every hour spent worshiping comfort is an hour handed to the grave unopened, unused, and unworthy of a man with breath left in him. Now look at yourself without the lies. Look at your habits, your body, your schedule, your standards, your private decisions when no one is watching. That is your true philosophy. Not your quotes, not your intentions, not your saved videos about discipline. Your life reveals what you worship, and most of you worship ease. You want the body without the training, the money without the years, the respect without the burden, the calm without the internal rule, the reputation of a strong man without the daily behavior of one. That contradiction is why your life feels stalled. You are trying to harvest from a field you refuse to till. There is no mystery here. You have been choosing sedation over sharpening. You have been anesthetizing yourself with convenience and calling it balance. You have been letting comfort dictate your threshold, and now your threshold is pathetic. A man becomes what he repeatedly tolerates. You have tolerated weakness until it started signing your name.
The world does not care about your potential.
Nature does not reward intentions. Time does not pause because you finally understand what went wrong. The mountain remains, the road remains, the cold remains. Either you become the kind of man who can walk through it without begging for softness, or you remain exactly what comfort has made you. Here is the final truth. Comfort is not killing you dramatically. It is killing you obediently, slowly, and with your full consent. And if you keep kneeling to ease, you will die having never once met the man you were capable of becoming. That is not misfortune. That is your verdict.